For a long time now, the relationship between China and Taiwan has turned increasingly sour. The self-ruled island held its presidential elections in January this year. There were reports and serious allegations of Chinese interference through disinformation campaign during the Taiwan polls. Our diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibbal spoke with the Taiwanese foreign minister over the threat of disinformation in Taiwan's elections.
Sir, regarding the mobility pact, we saw certain comments emerging from Taiwan. We saw certain social media posts as well, which are seen as connected to the Chinese propaganda. If you can perhaps give your perspective on that.
Yes. As I said a little bit earlier, the mobility pact is a very good agreement in between Taiwan and India, because India has a lot of very good workers to work overseas. But at the same time, Taiwan needs more workers to come in. And therefore, that is a mutually beneficial type of agreement that all the government officials here would welcome. But at the same time, the Chinese government would like to see that any closer relationship between Taiwan and India are something that they don't want to see. So they unleashed some disinformation campaign against Taiwan. Our security apparatus detected that there was about 1,000 new accounts started releasing all kinds of hatred against Indians, or those comments that would create trouble in between Taiwan and India. But fortunately, the government officials, together with some experts here in Taiwan, are telling the people that these are fabricated by the Chinese government. And I think the majority of the people believe that those comments are not fair to India, and it's also not good for Taiwan. So we quickly quiet down those kinds of vicious attacks against this mobility pact. And at the same time, we also try to explain to the Indian friends that those comments are not made by the Taiwanese people. They are fabricated by the Chinese government. And I think our Indian friends understand that now. And talking about disinformation campaign or election interference, we also went through a democratic election in January this year. And there's a lot of interference efforts by the PRC to try to shape the results of the election over here. And disinformation campaign is certainly one of them. But we have been going through a lot of these kinds of vicious attacks already, and therefore, we gain some experience. There's a good saying that whatever doesn't kill you will make you stronger, and that is the case of Taiwan. And because we have learned a thing or two over the election interference or disinformation campaign, cognitive warfare, information manipulation, things like that. And at the same time, India is also going through election. And I'm sure the Chinese would like to play this open environment to shape the minds of the Indian people. And in that sense, maybe it will be good for the two countries to think about possible cooperation in this area so that we can strengthen our guards against the disinformation campaign.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.